Imagine waking up every single morning with huge dreams, but having absolutely nowhere to take them. You graduate after years of hard work, only to carry a degree that nobody seems to need. This isn't just about one person or 1,000 people, it's happening to millions of young Africans. Africa is officially the youngest continent on Earth, full of energy, creativity, and massive untapped human ambition. But we have to ask the question nobody wants to face. What happens if they can't work? This has moved past being an economic issue. It is becoming a deep social and human crisis. When young people remain unemployed for too long, their early hope slowly turns into a heavy frustration. Think about a generation meant to build companies and invent technologies feeling completely invisible to the world. When people lose hope in their future, we start seeing some very dangerous things begin to happen. Crime rises, drug abuse increases, and mental health struggles start to deepen within these vulnerable local communities. Extremism and political instability find a way to spread because desperation always creates a tragic level of vulnerability. It's not because young people are bad, it's because they are desperate for a sense of purpose. History shows us that any society ignoring its youth will eventually pay a very heavy price later. Africa simply cannot afford that price right now, as the consequences go much deeper than we realize. When there are no jobs at home, the most talented people often feel forced to leave forever. Brilliant doctors migrate, and skilled engineers leave because they need to survive and provide for their families. Gifted programmers end up working for foreign economies online while their own communities miss out on growth. Innovators are often forced to abandon their best ideas because day-to-day survival must always come first. This phenomenon is known as brain drain, and it's a silent thief of the continent's bright future. Africa invests heavily in educating its youth, only for the rest of the world to benefit instead. What happens when an energetic generation feels completely disconnected from the opportunities they were promised as kids? Economic growth begins to slow down significantly, and the gap between the rich and poor widens further. Trust in leadership starts to decline when people feel like their hard work leads to absolutely nowhere. The most painful part of this crisis is watching brilliant dreams begin to die out very quietly. It's not because Africans lack intelligence or creativity. They are some of the most gifted people alive. The problem is that opportunity has simply not grown nearly as fast as the rapidly expanding population. But here is the truth that most people miss. Africa's youth are not a burden at all. They are actually the continent's greatest untapped resource, waiting for the right moment to finally break through. The real solution to this crisis isn't found in charity, but in massive, strategic long-term investment. We need to invest in local innovation and entrepreneurship to empower young people to build their own. Digital skills and manufacturing are the engines that will drive the next stage of African economic success. Modern agriculture and clean energy projects can create millions of sustainable jobs for the next hungry generation. Education systems must be updated to match the actual needs of the fast-changing future global economy. We need systems that help young people create jobs for themselves instead of just searching for them. Governments, universities, and private businesses must start working together like never before to bridge this gap. Most importantly, we need to stop preparing our young people for a world that no longer exists. The future belongs to the creators, the builders, the problem solvers, and the bold African innovators of tomorrow. Africa does not have a youth problem. It has a massive and urgent opportunity problem right now. If we can unlock the potential of this generation, the entire continent will finally start to rise. This generation has the power to redefine the future of the entire world, not just Africa itself. The journey begins with recognizing the value of every single young person dreaming of a better life. Thank you for watching this special presentation brought to you courtesy of the team at Mindmoja Africa. We are the home of African innovation, dedicated to telling the stories that shape our shared future.